Welcome back. We're going to move on and talk about the different theories of psychology, several of them. The ways people throughout the history of psychology have attempted to explain human behavior. And before we do that, I'd like you to just jot down in your notes a specific problem that you have, something that you might take to a psychologist, whether it's procrastination or low self-esteem or depression, some addiction. Just jot that down. No one's going to see it. And as we move forward, you'll have a chance to imagine yourself in the office of a psychologist who applies a certain theoretical slant to that problem. They see it in a different way than another psychologist might see it, and therefore they endeavor to help you in a slightly different way than another psychologist might. It's because psychologists have different perspectives. They're trained in different perspectives of human behavior based on theorists who used a different ways, different metaphors to explain the inner workings of the human mind. I like to imagine these theorists as wearing a certain set of sunglasses. This first theorist that we're going to talk about, let's imagine that he wore rose-tinted sunglasses. And he saw human behavior through those rose-tinted sunglasses. And when he sought to figure it out and describe it and change it and predict it, all of his methods were rose-tinted. Take those rose-tinted sunglasses on and put on a different set of sunglasses, which have a yellow tint, for example. Now I see the world through yellow-tinted sunglasses. I see the behavior slightly differently, and I seek to change it in a slightly different way. So our first set of sunglasses belonged to a man named Sigmund Freud, a preeminent pioneer in the field of psychology, has been maligned for some of his ideas that are no longer seen as helpful or relevant, but still, I believe, provided a great deal to the field of psychology. I want to apologize for the sound quality. I do not have a wonderful microphone, so I'm just using earbuds. So I hope you can avoid or ignore the background noise. Sigmund Freud put forward a theory that's now called the psychodynamic theory of human nature. Psycho referring to psychological forces, dynamic referring to the principle of ever-changing, reactive, interactive forces. We're not calm, static, stationary in our beliefs. Our beliefs are changing, and one belief might influence another belief. They're dynamic in their interaction. And in the principle of thermodynamics, we know that, I don't know much, but we know that heat, in dynamic action creates energy, thermodynamics. Freud believed that psychological forces in dynamic interaction create human energy, move me forward, drive me towards behavior. Three basic principles of the psychodynamic perspective are these: that number one, unconscious forces influence all behavior. Sigmund Freud believed in an unconscious mind. If you've ever believed or thought that what you did came from a place deep within you that you don't know, so you don't know why you did that, you're saying that the motivation for my behavior was unconscious. He used this picture, this metaphor, to describe the difference between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. Your conscious mind would be analogous to the tip of an iceberg. It's above the waterline. You can see it easily from the ship that you're sailing in, and you can steer around it. It doesn't present a danger to you because you're aware of it. What does present a danger to that ship would be the 90% of the iceberg that's underneath the water surface, that's out of view. You can't see it, and so the hole beneath the waves can be punctured by that underwater source or underwater part of the iceberg. So the 10% above the water, in the metaphor, would be the conscious mind. I'm consciously aware of it. what's beneath, the 90% of my mind that's beneath the water surface, is unconscious. I'm not aware of it, yet it has great influence on my conscious mind. Preconscious here would be anything that's just beneath the water surface that you're not aware of right now, but could immediately be made aware of. Remember that party that you went to on Friday night? Well, before I said that, you weren't thinking about it. It was preconscious. The moment I said it, those thoughts and memories came to mind and became conscious. Freud believed that the vast majority of the unconscious mind was not preconscious, but it was a material that was protected from entering into consciousness. How did that material get there? Point number 2, Freud said that early childhood is where the unconscious mind is programmed, and thus has a major influence on adult personality. I say frequently that we have a child mind and an adult mind. My child mind is unconscious, and it consists of fears and motives that were programmed in me, decisions I made about the world, decisions I made about people as I watched them behave in my childhood. And I don't revisit those ideas. They go into my unconscious mind, and now I make adult decisions based on child thought, based on my unconscious conflicts. And that moves to point 3. We're motivated primarily by internal conflicts. There's the child mind, which doesn't trust anybody, and there's the other part of my mind which says I should start trusting people. I want to get to know people. But my child mind has great influence. Maybe an easier example would be there's a part of you that doesn't want to watch this anymore. You're tired of it. You want to go play a video game or get a cup of coffee and just shut it off. And so that's loudly proclaiming to you from your unconscious mind, prompting you to go away, while the rule part, the adult part of your unconscious mind, programmed by your parents' rules, is saying, no, keep watching, it's important, and this will be on the test, and you want to make a good grade. Those are equally powerful forces, and they're coming into conflict. So there's a referee, so to speak, that negotiates, and that referee might be saying, hey, at the end of this video, in about 3 minutes, you're gonna go get a drink, a cup of coffee, go play a video game, and then you can come back. So you satisfy part of the child mind, and you satisfy part of the adult mind with that solution. You know what, let's stop here. It's a good stopping point, and we'll go on to the next. We're going to take off our Freud lenses and put on a new set of sunglasses.